Back here with you on NFL Total Access, counting you down until the schedule release show, kicking off at the top of the hour, 8 p.m. Eastern here on NFL Network. Some great guests lined up to help us break down this schedule. How about in hour one, some of the primaries from Super Bowl 54, including both of the participating head coaches and the defending champs with Andy Reid and the KC Chiefs, and Kyle Shanahan, the NFC champs there with the San Francisco 49ers. And then in hour two, you got Tom Brady's former coach and Bill Belichick, and his new head coach, Bruce Arians, down with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, among the guests joining us there in the second hour. And how about in hour three, the guys who will call the games, some of the best in the business, Al Michaels, Joe Buck, and Jim Nantz, all chiming in to give their thoughts on the games that they are most looking forward to. It's the 2020 NFL Schedule Release Show presented by Verizon, coming up next right here on NFL Network.
If the best offensive minds on the planet got together to build their football Frankenstein, Mahomes, minus the bolts, would be their creation.
We are the new kings. Welcome again to the Magic Show.
One of the best arms the league has ever seen. MLB closer kind of arm. He threw 96-mile-an-hour heat in high school. A baseball background that has become the foundation for passes we have simply never seen before.
We are the new Mahomes under pressure, off his back foot.
We've all heard the gunslinger comparison to Brett Favre.
Both have big arms and confidence that they can put the ball in a keyhole.
But even that isn't quite right. Pat is more accurate. He's Favre with better decision-making.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Don't forget, the Hall of Famer has thrown more picks than any quarterback in history.
Far back to the throw, and it's intercepted. R.W. McQuarters.
Mahomes, on the other hand, if he could make a comparison, Pat's eyes are on a different Packers signal caller.
The guy I compare myself to that I try to play like is Aaron Rodgers.
Patrick Mahomes is the closest thing I've seen to Aaron Rodgers throwing the football.
Teammates say 15 doesn't fear the big moment.
Ain't no better time to be great than today.
He thrives in it, which makes sense. When your childhood clubhouse is a Major League Baseball clubhouse, nothing, not a Game 7, not even a Super Bowl, is going to raise your blood pressure.
I think how momentum in baseball can swing here and there every single inning has definitely prepared me for football and how you have to just take it one play at a time.
It's the kind of environment that sketched the blueprint for a once-in-a-generation talent and a once-in-a-generation mindset.
They're going to talk about this forever. It's going to be special. They're going to talk about it forever, baby.
After losing the 2018 AFC title game, Mahomes' competitiveness produced an anger that lasted for weeks. He changed his diet, transformed his body, improved his footwork so he'd take fewer hits. And just like that, he added yet another weapon to an already astonishing skill set.
Maybe the best play yet of Patrick Mahomes' incredible young career.
That's championship swagger, boy.
This is the new face of sports in America. And it's almost impossible to believe we've only seen it start a game 36 times.
I just want to make sure it's all about the game, and that's how I want to play the rest of my career.
He's the youngest player ever to earn an NFL MVP.
This is just the beginning. We have a long ways to go. Thank you.
And a Super Bowl MVP.
We just won the Super Bowl. Kansas City, we're coming home, baby.
Left-handed passes.
He pulls a Houdini.
No-look passes.
Like a video game.
Touchdown runs.
Welcome to the sweet nectar of the end zone.
He's made the incredible ordinary and the impossible routine.
Kansas City, you've got a champion.
We did it. I love you.
Getting a look now at the Chiefs' 2020 regular season opponents. In addition to their AFC West opponents, they'll also play the entirety of the AFC East and NFC South, along with AFC division champs from 2019 in the Texans of the South and Ravens of the North. Okay, so guys, the defending Super Bowl champs reside in the AFC West. Which team on their schedule here, Coach, will provide the Chiefs the biggest challenge?
Well, you talked about them facing the NFC South and obviously that great run of quarterbacks. But I think the New Orleans game, for a lot of reasons, when we start the season, we're always talking about the Super Bowl preview, who's going to be favored to go to the Super Bowl. Clearly Kansas City, along with Baltimore, but I think a lot of people are going to pick Kansas City. New Orleans seems to be the favorite in the NFC. So this is going to be in New Orleans to see this matchup against the potential Super Bowl opponent. Should be fun.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I think the game that I'm circling, when the Kansas City Chiefs have to go to Baltimore to take on the Ravens, this was the matchup that we thought we were going to see in the playoffs a year ago when the Ravens had the number 1 seed. Lamar Jackson, that powerful run game. I want to see if the Ravens are able to put all of the pieces of the puzzle together and how the Chiefs respond to that style. We saw them knock them off last year, but can they do it again? It is different when you go from being the hunter to being the hunted. I want to see if the Kansas City Chiefs wear that and wear it well.
Guys, I'm going to make an argument for the Houston Texans as providing the biggest challenge, considering they went into Arrowhead in the regular season last year and beat the Chiefs, then went into Arrowhead in the playoffs and should have beat the Chiefs up so big in the first half, only to see that lead crumble and the Chiefs march out of that game and into the Super Bowl. So that'll be a fun one to watch as well. A lot more to get to here as we continue on NFL Total Access. When we come back, for 20 years, every single AFC, Rich Eisen, Colleen Wolfe, Kurt Warner, Michael Irvin, Steve Mariucci, Deion Sanders, and Steve Weich will give fans a first look at the entire regular season schedule with in-depth analysis of every team and division. Don't miss the 2020 NFL schedule release presented by Verizon tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on NFL Network. Certainly a lot of eyes will be on the Patriots schedule, and that team this year, the Brady era, pretty good. Won the AFC East 17 of the last 19 years. So how does that division shake out this year? Let's send it over to the guys for a little players only.
What's up, family? I'm Real Mike Robb. I'm here with the guy who knows how to get after quarterbacks, and Willie McGinnis, and our resident quarterback, and David Carr. David, I'll start with you here on this one. We're talking about the AFC East, okay? Who is your favorite to win the AFC East in 2020?
It's kind of crazy that we're even asking this question. It's been, I feel like 20 years that we haven't even touched this. We're like, don't worry about the AFC East. But for me, when you look at it, I mean, obviously Tom he's out of the way. So you still have Bill Belichick. You still have a formidable opponent in that division that knows how to win that division and has done it a lot. Great defense. But I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills. We watched the Buffalo Bills last year.
Talk about it, DC. Talk about it.
But I'm looking at Josh Allen right now as the guy that's going to take that next step. You add Stephon Diggs. Now you have a threat down the field to throw the football, and you got a big live arm. I love that. You got A.J. Epinesa, who came in. Now he's going to help rush the pass on the other side of the football. I really like what they're doing. I love what their coaching staff is. I love their makeup there. They're tough. They're hard-nosed. They fit that city perfect. I'm looking for the Buffalo Bills to make the jump here.
And guys, you already know I'm a Buffalo Bill. I want to jump through a table. I'm going to tell the producers I need to go up there this season and jump through a table. I love the Buffalo Bills. Last year, I said the Buffalo Bills would win the AFC East, but I was a year too early. Tom Brady was still there. He is no longer in that division. And guys, I love what they did in the draft. I love the running back they drafted in Zach Moss out of Utah. He is going to be that banger. He's going to be that 1-2 punch to Devin Singletary that's going to start to break the will of their opposing team. So I love the Buffalo Bills, but you also have to throw in the New York Jets there. They did draft Mekhi Becton. They're starting to change the culture there, and they're starting to be more of a physical team and add some pieces to help Sam Darnold. But Willie, I don't know what you're going to say, right? Because Tom Brady's not in the AFC East anymore, but who's your choice to win the AFC East this year?
Mike Rob, first of all, I don't want to see you jumping on any tables because I love working with you. So I want to make sure you're healthy and you're still doing the shows with us and working for the network. And Miami got better too. So the AFC East in general, I think they got way better. And the Buffalo Bills were impressive last year. And adding Stephon Diggs and doing what they did this year, yes, they are the team that everybody's got their eye on. But I'm going to say this. I know there's no Tom Brady. I know Gronk came out of retirement, but not to the Patriots. He went to Tampa Bay. But there is still a strong system in place with the New England Patriots. I'm a true believer in until you knock the champ off, consistently, not one time doesn't do it, consistently, then you are not the champ. I'm saying the Patriots are still the best team in the AFC East because they do have the coaching staff in place. They don't have Tom Brady, but they will figure out something. Listen, the offseason is not over with yet, guys. We don't know what tricks the Patriots have up their sleeves.
Who's their quarterback?
We don't know who the quarterbacks. We don't know who the quarterback is.
Then how can you say they go?
Really tell them to Google Matt Castle. Just Google Matt Castle.
How can they win the AFC East and you don't know who the quarterback is?
There's a lot of uncertainties when the injuries happen with this team, and they still find a way to win. Remember, we never count them out during the season when things happen, when they lose players. Why? Because they figured things out.
Because Tom Brady is there. Because Tom Brady is there.
I get it. But even when Tom Brady didn't have his best games, they were still finding ways to win, whether it was special teams, whether it's defense, which is important too. Now, they did lose some pieces. Van Noy, they lost Jamie Collins. They lost some important pieces defensively, but they also went out and drafted some pieces that they will need on the defensive side of the ball. I never underestimate Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels in this organization and what they're able to do with what we may think or what people on the outside may think is average or just regular guys. These guys, they put in position, they find ways to win, and when you're not expecting something to happen, oh, wow, here comes a trade. Oh, wow, here comes a guy that they get in free agency or a guy that they may pick up. There's still two veteran quarterbacks that are out there on the market. I'm just reminding you guys.
Yeah, you're right.
Two veteran guys that are out there in the market, and there's a lot of time before week one of the NFL season. So I'm just saying, I know a lot of teams got better in that division. And yes, it's going to be very competitive. But until you knock the champs off, they are still the reigning champs of that division, the New England Patriots.
Well, Willie, I'm not gonna call you a homer, man, because you very eloquently put all those ideas out there. So I'm not gonna call you a homer, but you're right. The New England Patriots, they haven't won for so long. They haven't won this long without having a great system in place. So as you guys can see, your guess is as good as ours of who's gonna win the AFC East.
There are final countdowns, and then there are final countdowns. And this one is final, as in minutes away. The matchups you can't wait to see. The rematches, the revenge game.